One day soldiers arrested me. What was my offense? I was wearing camo, what you call 3/4 camo, and soldiers caught me. And the moment they caught me, they asked me one question. And what was that question? Who are you? Situations will ask you who are you. Ages will ask you who are you. Altars will ask you who are you. And if you are not learned, if you are not tutored by the Spirit, you will think it is a nomenclature, not knowing it is a stature. The question who are you is a question of stature, not nomenclature. Many years ago, a woman called me to come and pray for her son, and then I got to her house. When I went to her house, I carried my Bible. I went in the company of 3 brothers. I saw her husband by the door. I greeted the man greeted me. The man saw I had Bible. The man knew I was a prayer person, and he welcomed me, entered his car and drove off. But the moment I entered the parlor, I perceived that the child has been marked for death, and I peeped into the spirit, and I discovered is what you call evil exchange. The same thing that happened here. And the Lord asked me to raise a song, and then I began to sing. All of a sudden, a man that has left his house turned his car and drove back. Meanwhile, if you look at me, I'm not very tall like Apostle. Out of all the people I went with, I was the least in height. I was looking younger, and the man entered his parlor suddenly and walked up straight to me. Before the man got to me, there was somebody here. There was another person here. There was nothing that showed that I was the prayer leader. And the man walked up straight to me and pointed at my face and said, "Who are you?" I said, "I am Joshua by name." He said, "No, who are you?" And then I knew it was not a question of nomenclature. I knew the man was asking about stature. How is it that you entered my house and the atmosphere changed? How is it that you entered my house and there was a crack in my altar? Who are you? When the baptism of fire comes upon you, you will no longer need to tell people who you are, because fire will introduce you. I heard a young man say, "I will walk and walk till I don't need to introduce myself when I enter a place. But for me, I will labor. I will press into God until I need not to introduce myself. Let my grace introduce me. Let the fire of God upon my life introduce me to my generation." Your axe that you laid down, pick it up again. Pick up the axe, pick up the weapon, pick up the challenge, pick up the prayer, pick up the matter, pick up the hunger, pick up the pursuit. You will seek him and find him when you seek him with all your heart. My spirit, soul, and body, 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 I gather you.